Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return, peace and blessings to the righteous and the repentant alike. I am Cleopatra Sophia the Bodhi, and we are here to do the invocation for the Feast of Tabernacles. Our 30 days of mourning is up, and so we're resuming the Feast of Tabernacles already in process. So, something that is supposed to be done at the Feast of Tabernacles, based on the biblical script, is that someone, the elder, the priest, or whoever, is supposed to actually read the Song of Moses. And this is taken from Deuteronomy chapter 32. So we're going to read that as a part of our invocation. And this goes with all Jubilee years. But remember, the Feast of Tabernacles is literally the start of the Jubilee season. So every year there's a Jubilee, right? So I have to look down to read this because I'm going to read it from my Bible, my Orthodox study Bible. Okay, so it may read a little bit different than your King James. All right. Take heed, O heaven, and I will speak, and let the earth hear the words of my mouth. Let my proverbial saying be awaited as the rain, and let my words come down as raindrops on the wild grass, and as snowfall on the sown grass. Ascribe greatness to our God. He is God. His works are true, and all his ways are judgment. A faithful God without injustice. Righteous and holy is the Lord. They sinned. The blameworthy children are not his, a generation twisted and perverse. Is this how you repay the Lord? O foolish and unwise people. Is he not your father who acquired you? Has he not made and created you? Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will tell you, your elders, and they will tell you, when the Most High divided the nations, when he scattered the sons of Adam, when he set the boundaries of the nations by the number of God's angels. For by the Lord, for by the Lord's portion became the people of Jacob. The allotment of his inheritance is Israel. He provided for him in the desert, in thirst of heat, in a waterless place. He encircled him. He instructed him. He guarded him carefully as the apple of his eye. As an eagle covers its nest, yearns after its young, spreading out its wings, taking them up, carrying them on its back, so the Lord alone led them, and there was no foreign God with them. He raised them on the strength of the land. He fed them on the produce of the fields. He suckled them on the honey from the rock, and oil from the solid rock, butter of oxen and milk of sheep, with the fat of lambs and goats, of sons of bulls and goats, with the choicest wheat, and you drank wine, the blood of grapes. So Jacob ate and was filled, and the beloved kicked. He grew fat, he grew thick, he is obese. Then he forsook God who made him, and they stood back from God, his Savior. They provoked me to wrath against foreign gods. With their abominations, they embittered me. They sacrifice to demons and are not God. To gods they did not know. New ones, recent gods arrived, which their fathers did not know. You abandoned the God who begot you and forgot the God who nourished you. So the Lord saw it and was jealous, and he was provoked to anger by his sons and daughters. Then he said, I will turn my face from them, and I will make known what their end will be. For they are a perverse generation, sons in whom is no faith. They provoke me to jealousy by what is not God. But they move me to anger by their idols. But I will provoke them to jealousy by those who are not a nation. I will move them to anger by a foolish nation, for a fire is kindled against my anger, and shall burn to the lowest Hades. It shall consume the land with its produce, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will gather evils on them. I will spin my arrows on them. They shall be wasted with hunger, devoured by birds and incurable disease. I will also send against them the teeth of wild animals, with the anger of things crawling on the earth. The sword shall make them childless outside, and fear from the and fear from the inner chambers, for the young man and virgin, the nursing child with the elder of gray hairs. I said, I will scatter them, I will make their memory cease from among men. But for the wrath of the enemy, lest they live long, lest their adversary make a joint attack, lest they should say, our hand is high, and is not the Lord who did this. For they are a nation void of counsel, nor is there understanding in them. They were not wise to understand these things. Let them be concerned for the coming time. How could one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, unless God had sold them, and the Lord delivered them up? For our God is not like their gods, but our enemies are foolish, for their vineyard is of the vineyard of Sodom, and their vine of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter, their wine is the wrath of serpents, and incurable wrath of asps. I think I mean wasp. Behold, it is not laid up in store with me, sealed up among my treasures. I shall repay on the day of vengeance, in time when their foot shall slip, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and is waiting ready for them. For the Lord will judge his people and have compassion on his servants, for he sees them disabled and left in distress and weakened. The Lord said, where are their gods in which they trusted, who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up and help you and be your defender. Now see, I, even I, am he, and there is no God besides me. I will kill I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Nor is there any who can deliver from my hands. For I raise my hand to heaven, and I swear by my right hand and say, as I live forever, for wet for I wet my sword like lightning, and my hand takes hold on judgment. I will render vengeance on my enemies and repay those who hate me. I will make my arrows drunk from blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, from the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the heads of the leaders of the enemy. Rejoice, O heavens, together with him, and worship him, all the sons of God. Rejoice, O Gentiles, with his people, and let all the angels of God be strong with him. For he will avenge the blood of his sons, and render vengeance to his adversaries, and the Lord will purify his people's land. Shalom, peace and blessings, and we'll see you in the next video.